Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy second to last day of Inkvent. We're finally on the penultimate day, number 24, right behind here. I have avoided spoilers studiously, except for that one really thoughtless, careless person who spoiled it on for the third day. Like, she didn't even wait until the second day was over to like blast a picture on Instagram so I knew what color, and then I almost had a spoiler for day number 10. Someone just, I guess, wasn't thinking, so her thumbnail for the video, oh, swatching day 10, it wasn't even hiding the video contents with the calendars. It was just, oh, here's a picture of the swatch. Well, thank God I scrolled away quick enough to like register fully what the color actually was. I thought it was gray and it turned out to be a pretty kind of like pinky brown. But so anyway, this is number 24. I like starting my videos head on like this, so I get the full calendar in view instead of just a short, I guess, like incomplete view of the calendar. Sometimes you have to jiggle it around to get the damn tabs to freaking open already. So let's see, open. Yeah, some of them are really much harder to open than others. It's really humiliating when it happens. It's starting to give slightly. Let's open it finally. Seriously, like I've said in so many like pen videos and ink videos too sometimes, why do you feel the need to child-proof products for grown adults? Like, we don't appreciate spending like 5 minutes, like, even like, 1-2 minutes, like jiggling and pushing and pulling and gently tugging it out of the freaking box that's hermetically sealed in. Looks purple. This is called Antler. Now, dollars to donuts, this is going to be yet another pale, light, pastel-y color. We have seen so much of this month. I'm genuinely curious, like, is this a Christmas or winter trend in the UK where Diamine is made? Like, oh, let's do light pastel-y colors, or is it just to give us a complete, radically different change of pace? Oh, people are going to be expecting the same type of colors and just slightly different iterations year after year. Let's do something entirely unexpected, and wow, a whole calendar full of like springy colors instead of mostly darks and dramatics. So this is a pigment ink. Okay, they've had like maybe 5 or so. I'll be doing the tabulation after Inkvent ends, when I can calm down and not do a video every single day just right. Like, this is how many had this property, this is how many are in this color family, or in this shimmers and the pigments and whatever. So this it's probably, my guess is it's going to be some kind of a purpley gray color. I really, really hope this is not yet another, like, for me at least, borderline illegible ink. So see you guys on the other side of my desk. That looks kind of like nostalgia from day number 10. It doesn't look nearly as light as the label gave the impression of. Maybe there was a mistake at the factory, or they just wanted to surprise us. Oh, you've been so patient, those of you lot, as they say in the UK, who've like endured all these many days and inks that are much lighter than your personal preference, or that don't really say holiday to you. Here's a bright, dark, not really bright, but like dark, vivid ink to cap off near the end of the calendar. This is like brown purple is a very interesting. I know interesting is a lazy, like, non-descriptive word, but it's an original, like, inventive color. This, I mean, oh yeah, now I get it. What a damn stooge I am. It looks like antlers, but then why is the bottle like purpley gray? Is it going to dry down another color? And this is not a shimmer or a chameleon ink, so maybe I would even get a full bottle of this. This is a great color, and I was kind of hoping we would see another brown. Smoky tobacco is the only true brown we've gotten this far, and then nostalgia has brown like undertones in it. It's kind of, like I said earlier, like a pinky sort of brown, or a brownish pinky, but this is like a true brown, and I'm really, really digging it. I'm so happy. The patience did really pay off after all. Like, wow. And I've been getting much more into brown inks and brown pens over the last year or so, just to make sure it's all filled in at the edges, or my eyes are going to twitch. Yeah, I'm really, really digging this one, and I don't have any full bottles of pigment inks in my collection at present, only the pigment inks we've been getting in this Inkvent calendar. I'm really like, the more I see this color, the more I'm like liking and appreciating it. Like finally, like I mean, the people who really like the lighter pastel colors, they've been in their element, and I've seen some of their videos like, yay, oh, I'm so happy, like, fill in the ink name is here. I am totally here for it. Give me all the pinks or whatever, as they say. I really hate that phrase, all the whatevers, but that's like a whole rant for another topic. But yeah, anyway, like for those people who like those inks, I'm happy for them that they got so many, pastels and pale colors that seem more fitting to a spring palette for like, and many of us have noticed this, even those people who actually like the lighter pastel inks they've been throwing so many of at us, this ink. But yeah, I'm so happy my patience finally paid off, and we do get to close the year on a darker ink, and dollars to donuts. The last ink it's going to be teal. If the past Inkvents are any indication, they always like do the final ink matches the color of the calendar. And I was like so confused at first. I was looking at past Inkvents, for example, the green or the red, and like, am I like going blind? Do I not understand how color works in the modern era? Are these inks doing something different because they're a variety of colors? They're not all like types of reds or like greens or blues. And I watched a spoiler video for the purple Inkvent in 2023. I didn't buy it, and I was thinking, why are these not all like purple? Why would I bother buying a purple advertised calendar when like most of them are not that color? But now I know, oh, it's just the color of the outer like artwork, the box, and on the last day the ink matches that color in a very fun, festive way. So I really, really dig this. That's showing up just as nicely and beautifully brown and writing as it was in the two swatches. I think this is going to be going on my favorites list of the inks I should most like a full bottle of when they release the full versions of over the summer. Like, wow, like the A plus. They really, really knocked it out of the ballpark for this day. Hopefully I will not. Yeah, okay, I'm putting my like hand just slightly down on the big swatch to my left. It's still slightly wet, but it's not, completely undried. So yeah, this is a really like well performing ink. I am in love with this ink. I wish they had many more inks like this, so dark and well, bright isn't necessarily the same as dark, but you know what I mean, just a really intense, like vivid type of color instead of all those damn light pastels. It's still a learning process for me, writing with a glass dip pen with my hand partly hanging off of the desk because of the way in which I need to situate everything for the overhead tripod, and I have to like hold everything down, but luckily there is enough space underneath to write the year and the day. That was something I like kind of really goofed in the last year's Inkvent, and a lot of the earlier cards from this year I just squeeze it all into the same space. Oh yeah, I can use the space up at the top too. Oh yeah, I'm 100% going to be putting this gorgeous beauty into a pen to do more than just like a quick writing sample. I've been getting back to doing my like roots thing, like investigating lots of roots of the English language, and I've done so much like ancient Greek, and now I'm turning my focus towards like roots we get from Latin. So this is going to be great, a great ink for that project I'm working so like hard and like steadily on. It's still clinging to the dip pen very well. A great, wet, well lubricated ink. You bet your sweet ass I'm putting this on my list of must get a full bottle. I'm pretty sure this is, well, not pretty sure, I'm like 100% sure, unless like tomorrow's ink is an even bigger banger. This is going to be finishing the calendar. It's like one of my top 10, maybe even my top 5. Can't wait to put everything together, like recap it and see what I most loved, like what NMSAA, as we say on names message boards. Not my style at all. Just favorites. Like, I like the color, but it's aesthetically attractive to me, but not what I would want to personally get a full bottle of or use for like more than, like artwork. Teal Edition. I'm going to be so relieved when this is all over, not because it hasn't been, enjoyable and such fun to step out of the comfort zone and try new and different things, but it's just so much work every, damn day. Set up, tear down, clean up, do the videos, take the thumbnail picture, make the thumbnail, editing in Canva. What else do I do? Like edit the video, upload it, metadata, just everything I do in the actual video, like this, and the swatching writing sample, pulling out comparison cards. Just so much work, but it is, ultimately worth it. But I will be looking forward to when I can just go back to a more relaxed, less frequent video schedule. Antler, and this is a pigment ink, and what a gorgeous pigment it is. I am all about the darks. I love like a vibrant, intense, dramatic ink. I mean, of course, lighter inks have their place, but for the kind of things I use inks for, like regular, practical, like realistic, everyday writing, it's just not my jam to do like a baby pink type of ink. I will do the quick writing sample and get back to you guys. Oh, just in time, because it seems to be starting to run out of ink on the dip pen finally. But yeah, this ink is an A+. This is a very well-behaving ink, lubricated, well-flowing, very smooth. Although I found as it dried up, it did not look nearly as dark as it does in the swatch. That seems to happen for, inks from time to time. I think it's dollars to donuts because the paper quality of the swatch card isn't always necessarily the same exact type of paper used on the various notebooks I use. So, but I'm still not mad that it did turn out yet another lighter ink, because I'm just so freaking happy with the beautiful intense shade of brown in the swatch card. And what a natural match. Like, could this be a better pairing? I put Antler in the Delta Signs of Time art history series. They're going to have eventually 12 pens released, and this was among the first pair cave art. Like, I absolutely love prehistory since I was 8 years old. So for coming up on 40 years now, in a couple of years it'll be 40 years, I've absolutely loved our prehistoric ancestors, evolutionary biology, biological, what do you call it, paleoanthropology. Sorry, that's the word I was blanking on. So Antler is something evoking our cave ancestors, a more primal, back to the earth, nature-based, type of living, and more simplistic artwork. I think it matched very well, and as well with the lighter brown, and the pen goes with the lighter brown it dried up to. So yeah, now the label makes somewhat more sense, because it's a lighter shade, and I can see where maybe there's a I don't know how to describe it, a very light pinky purpley undertone in the brown that's making it shade so light. But still, this does not look like this by any stretch of the imagination. Just pull it out. I need a better workspace, and for comparison's sake, I pulled out the Smoky Tobacco, the previous calendar, not the previous calendar, one of the previous brown we got in this year's Inkvent. They look nothing alike, and of course, Smoky Tobacco has a scent. They both serve their purposes. They're different types of brown, and I like them both. Great to write with. And I'm not really sure what color spectrum or family this was intended, but Marie Rose is, I guess, somewhat close to the brown spectrum, but nothing like the Antler writing or swatching, and way drier. I'm not going to be getting a full bottle of that one. And just for comparison's sake, Wilted Rose from last year's Diamine, but that it looks, the writing looks a little bit similar, but there's too much pinkiness in the Wilted Rose to like be a full, true, complete comparison. And I also thought about Purgatorio from Wearingeul, which doesn't look like the swatch card so much, but when it comes to the actual writing, you can see this like pinky brownie color is kind of good, although Antler is a wet ink, or at least I think it is. It seemed to be performing in that way. And Purgatorio is more of like a medium-ish ink. A number of Wearingeul inks do tend to be on the like dry or the medium side, and these are some of my favorite browns. Chestnut brown from Panoni. I really need to streamline this comparison process. And Gestenie Barna, which means chestnut brown in Hungarian. They have such a tongue-twisting language, but I absolutely love the Hungarian language. And Coffee Break from Colorverse, a lighter brown. I really, really like this, particularly in my coffee and tea themed pens, and writing in the autumn, the winter, the colder time of year kind of makes me feel warmed up, at least I guess mentally a little bit. And then Lee Day Tay, hopefully I didn't mangle that pronunciation, from Jacques Herbin. That's another brown color. I think this is kind of a yellowy brownish, and Antler doesn't really have that same, I guess, feeling, not intensity, I'm totally blanking, that same like placement on the color wheel as Lee D. Tay. French is not a language I'm familiar with like speaking. I read it much better than I can speak it. But so anyway, even though it did turn out to write a fair bit drier, maybe like 2 shades or so lighter than the swatch card, and the writing, I'm still like very pleased with it. I'm liking it. This could still finish as one of my top 10 favorites, or at least top 15 favorites of this year's Inkvent. So see you guys tomorrow for the big day, the 30 milliliter bottle for the 2025 Teal Edition. And if you guys celebrate, have a very happy Christmas and a wonderful winter holiday season. And thanks again for watching. Bye.